Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Chainsaw Man episode 11. I'm pretty sure this is the second to last episode. So I have a feeling in a show that is already as wild as Chainsaw Man is, this could either go completely the other direction and surprise us and be different, or it's gonna double down and be even wilder. I don't know. We still have a next week, but I don't have expectations for this show. I just go in and then look forward to it. So I'm starting tonight's recordings a little bit late because Tam and Yuki got back from Egypt. So I've just been chatting to them about that and helping Yuki take, because we got our nails done the same color, but it's been a few weeks. So I was just helping her to remove hers. Mine has been redone already because it can get so annoying when your nails grow out and like your hair gets stuck in it and stuff. Not important. Most of you don't care. But yeah, I was just hanging out with them for the first time in, I don't know, what, 10 days or something. And so I was so excited to get started. I did just quickly do my hair because my hair helps me feel more confident than my makeup, but I didn't do any makeup, so please don't judge me. I look like I just, I don't know, washed my face. But it's fine. As long as my hair looks good, I feel okay. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a good start to your week. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go. Whoa, one eye. It's the guy from the opening that does this. Oh my god, I've been excited to meet that. Ah, yay. やったー。
マキマが生きてる限り日本には逃げれる場所はない。ここで迎え撃つ準備はしてある。静かにしてろ。じいちゃんがいたら逃げることは許さないぜ。さらに四課にはクソ電池がいる。次こそ心臓をもぎ取って。
Oh, Grandpa is that guy. They know. But I mean, but they're working with her. Shit. But I mean, didn't Denji already defeat the army of zombies before? So it doesn't seem too scary right now. Sort of.
カつくけど応援しとくわ。最後にこの言葉を送る。得意科にはまともなやつはいないから気をつけな。
Cute.
ご協力ありがとうございます。
東京でうちの若い奴らが勝手にドンパチやっちまったみてえだな。何でも答えさせてもらいますよ。私の指示じゃないことも分かってほしいからね。聞いた話によると、この沢渡って女が黒幕でな。この女を仲介にうちの若い奴が騙されて銃の悪魔と契約しちまったらしい。
契約の内容は
銃の悪魔に2万円を払う代わりに
They give the gun devil 20,000 yen and they get guns and ammo in exchange. Question: Who are in our current world, who is the top 3 suppliers for guns and ammo? But I don't mean to people, I mean to like army level weapons manufacturers. Who is the top 3 suppliers? Because you know, in One Piece, not to spoil, so please mute me until I put this down. Mute me if you haven't seen One Piece up to recently. Mute. Okay. So in One Piece there's various wars that we briefly are introduced to in other parts of not just where Luffy and them are. And it's so difficult to remember the details now, but there was definitely more than one supplier, but I'm pretty sure Wano essentially is one. But what is interesting about it, like I think we also learned about more in Dressrosa. I want to recap that information because I think once you understand where it comes from, you can start to understand certain conflicts in the world, because conflict will always happen because people are different, but there will also be people that benefit from that conflict, so they'll want to stoke it, right? So yeah, I was just wondering, in our world, and clearly I also need a recap on freaking One Piece information. Gotta talk to some people about that. I couldn't spoil you actually, even if I wanted to, because I fucking don't know anymore. But my question was just, in our world, who is the top 3 weapon suppliers to the rest of the world? Like, obviously to themselves, but I guess to the rest of the world as well. And what can we learn from that? What should we look at? Okay. You don't say.
銃の悪魔と契約している方の名前をすべてここに書いてもらいます。
しばらく無視に入れて反省させてください。
あなたの国の名前だけでなく、他の国の方のもお願いします。
バカだね。
国民の安全のためです。ご協力お願いします。
明日がねじゃ仲間は売れんよ。
これはお金じゃありません。ここにいる皆さんの父や母、おばあちゃん、おじいちゃん、兄弟、姉妹、恋人、奥さんの目です。
目？
ご協力していただけるのなら、その人を紹介します。 常に国家が首輪をつけて支配しているものです。
What? It's not a necessary evil unless the nation itself is holding the leash and maintaining control. What does that even mean, the nation itself? Huh?
サメの魔人、壁の中や地面、どんな場所でも泳ぐことができる。こいつは短い間なら悪魔の姿にもなれる。暴力の魔人。本来魔人になると悪魔の時よりも弱くなるが、こいつは魔人でも強すぎるから毒が出る仮面をつけさせている。雲の悪魔。普段は人間のような形をしている。人の姿に近い悪魔は人に友好的だが、悪魔は悪魔だ。感触で人を殺すぞ。
靴汚れた。
天使の悪魔。こいつは特殊な悪魔で人に敵意はないが近づくな。触れると寿命を吸い取られるからな。
よく僕に近づけるね。触れられたら寿命短くなるのに。
布越しだったら大丈夫なんだろう。
いったった。
Power! Sorry, wrong anime. Oof. That's Makima, right?
Ready. 吐き出し。
Oh.
幽霊。あいつを殺せ。
僕の力を使えばね、君の右目は少し先の未来が見えるよ。
Ah, yeah. No stronger. No, he said his death will be epic. I don't doubt that he's gonna die at some point, but I don't think it will be now. That Mirai Devil said his death will be epic, so I feel like this is not it. I had a question. She said Snake spit it out, and then was it the ghost devil? I don't really understand how that works yet, but I don't know. Spit it out. So Did the snake swallow the ghost? And she can use the ghost then because... Or does she have a contract? I don't know. Maybe the anime will explain it, but I don't think so. Maybe the manga went into more detail. If that's the case, I'll ask a mod to let me know or approve one comment and explains it or something. If it's not a spoiler and maybe the anime will reveal it, I don't know. So good. So this was mainly a build up for the next episode, but it was still packed with information and good visuals, good character interactions, the perfect pace to build tension, new character introductions. So yes, a build-up, it feels, but also like a standalone, very good episode. I don't even think I want to score it this week because it's not that I don't want to score it. It's just like it kind of gets frustrating to see people... like I could give this show a 9 out of 10, like an episode a 9 out of 10, and people are like, why is it not a 10 out of 10? And I'm like, just say, for you it's 10 out of 10. But how can you question someone's... You can, but like at the very least, if you say, I don't agree with you giving it a 9, I gave it a 10 for these reasons. Because otherwise it's like you ask me, how much would you score this chocolate cake? And I say, well, it's a bit too moist for me, but it's better than having a dry chocolate cake, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And then you're like, no, you're wrong, it's a 10 out of 10. You understand? Like, you're allowed to disagree with my score, but it's if you're just like, no, that's wrong. It feels weird to give a score, and then people are like, no. And I'm like, okay, but can you at least, if you're going to disagree with me, at least explain why. Why did you give it a higher score? Why did you give it 10 out of 10? Do you understand my point? Like I've told you guys before, this, I do, when she shows, let me try that again. When shows air at the same time, seasonals, right? Sometimes you can't help but think, oh, this one is just so hype, it's overshadowing the others or stuff like that. So I do kind of think about that, but the scores don't really influence each other unless they're in the same genre, maybe. That could influence it, like shonen or whatever. So let's say if I'm watching 2 shonen at the same time, maybe they might influence each other slightly. But more often than not, I try to compare the show to itself. So if the show is setting very high standards for itself, 10, 10, 10, like how many Chainsaw Man episodes? The first one was a 10. The third one was a 9.9, basically a 10. Everything's above 9. Episode 9 was a 10, and then episode 10 was a... But I haven't given a single episode lower than a 9. Actually, there's no episode... The lowest episode is 9.1. So what I'm trying to say here is it has set a very high standard for itself. So to differentiate the 10s and the 9.9s from the 9s... Like, last time I think I gave the visuals an 8.5 and people were like, why? How? How could you? And 8.5 doesn't make sense. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to you, but the episode before that was a 10 and the episode before that was a 9. So if episode 10 didn't feel as good as episode 9 and 8, how do I express that in my score? I might just give it an 8.5 instead of a 9. If I feel like I didn't like the way certain visuals were executed, or if it wasn't consistent, or like my reasons could vary, but I don't know. Episode 11, I'll still score it because I think it's interesting to... If 2 episodes have the same quality, then awesome. But if it doesn't, I don't think there's such a big difference between a 9 and an 8.5. Like, I don't understand why that score seemed to throw people off. It wasn't as good visually. It was as I said, actually I said this last time, it was an 8 for half of the episode and a 9 for like the scenes with power and the Denji fighting. Like, maybe that was a 9, but then the average of an 8 and 9 scenes is an 8.5. This one I feel was more consistent, but when there's less action, there's less chance to show off the animation style and stuff. And when you have episodes that is jam-packed with visual explosions in your face of awesomeness. Damn, I don't know how anyone could even translate that, what I just said. But when many episodes are filled, jam-packed with just fantastic visuals, by comparison, if you're comparing one episode in the show to another episode in the show, they might differ slightly with 1 or 2 points. They won't differ too much because I don't expect every episode to be 10 out of 10. It doesn't have to be. But if one episode is a 10 and the next episode... sometimes when you have 10, 10, 10, and then you have a 9, the 9 actually seems like an 8 compared to all the 10s. If you put... It's like a stark contrast. Like, if it sets that high standards for itself, it kind of has to keep up with it for you to be as impressed because you know what the show can do. So if I give like 1 and 8.5, that was just because some scenes were an 8 and some scenes were a 9. Like, for example, in the last episode, I don't know if I said it, but I wasn't a big fan of the Aki crying scene. I did not like the look personally so much. But yeah, 8 was fair, and then a 9 for the fighting scene, so 8.5 was the average. Anyway, story 9, great build up, characters 9, great interactions, great mystery and the intrigue, visuals 9, audio 9.5. I just think I can't really flaw their voice acting wise. Maybe the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because there wasn't a scene where the voice actors could really show their range or something in this episode. So it's maybe not a 10 out of 10 perfect, but it's basically, to me, I can't really think in this episode how they could improve audio. But maybe I'm also a bit biased because of that last song, and I'm just feeling like here now with, I just want to give it the points. But hey, that's my prerogative. And then enjoyment / investment 9. That gives us an overall score of a 9.1 for episode 11. Very strong build-up episode. Characters and stories. Probably on a rewatch, I would find it better because I can feel there's things that are being hinted at and built up towards. But I won't understand that as an anime only who is watching this for the first time, and like I can tell like this is gonna lead somewhere, but I don't know where it's gonna lead. So maybe once I finish and I rewatch, I will feel like characters and stories can be higher because the show is very clearly setting things up, but I don't know what it's setting up. So until now, I can only think I know, well, some things being set up, like these characters, like it's just intriguing and mysterious, but probably it's a lot better than I realize. I can just feel that. So, but I can't score based on what I think might happen, so I'm waiting, and that's why I give it 9. But I can see it being higher. Maybe someone from the manga would feel stronger about this. Someone that has read the manga. Or if you watch this in the future, like after I don't know how many seasons, 3 seasons, and you come back and you watch this. Like you're on a rewatch spree, and then you pick up on all the awesome stuff and you feel like, no, this episode deserves more, maybe. But I'm rambling. Thank you guys. Wow. Thank you guys for watching with me. I'm not sure, but I think next week is the last episode. It's the last episode next week. Episode 12. Not even 13 episodes. It's gonna be so sad. It went by so fast, but at least we have one more and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to be listening to that ending song again because it's so good. And maybe afterwards I can do a video where I listen to all of the ending songs and I put them from favorite to least favorite. Although they will all be liked, it's just like the best one to the bottom best one. So that's kind of an idea, but I don't know, probably copyright wouldn't allow that because maybe I can just do it in a stream where we all chill and listen to the music together, because I don't think YouTube would allow that. The copyright on YouTube is too strict. But yeah, and then I can just share my list on YouTube, my finished list. So thank you guys. I hope you have a happy holiday season and enjoy time with your family or friends, or if you just want to chill by yourself and think about the year that has gone, or, you know, start to think about your New Year's resolutions. What are you going to do and in the new year? Just have fun over the next week. Eat lots of good food. Take deep breaths. And I'll see you guys on the 27th. Bye.